US 1! Yeah! Alright, we are doing the northern third of US 1. Once again, northbound. And this is my US 1, because it goes through Portsmouth, New Hampshire. Alright, let's look at the whole route though. It goes from Key West, Florida to Fort Kent, Maine. And we'll be going through two new states, Rhode Island and Maine. Alright, this is the specific route. We'll be going from Philadelphia all the way up north. You're watching Super Reviews. Do all those 4 things if you can, because at 1,000 subs, we are opening up a Discord server. Yeah, you guys have been doing really awesome. I think we're around like 785 as the day of making this video, Christmas Eve. And you can request your exit or intersection in the comments. It is free. And I think on the community page here's the January roads we'll be covering. And we've got the same thing that we did the other day with 3 New York City roads. But instead we'll be doing 3 Toronto roads. We haven't been in Toronto in a while. Alright, let's do northbound US 1. So we will start down in Philadelphia once again at the City Hall. And we'll show some Philadelphia stuff and lead up to US 1. So starting at the City Hall. We do go on Broad Street until we get to US 1, but so there's nice views of downtown Philly here. And we cross over the Vine Street Expressway. It is much more worth it than Baltimore's US 40. And we do go right through Temple University. I think that might be like the stadium or something. Don't know Pennsylvania universities that well. But here's the train tracks that go to the Temple train station if you're a college freshman. And here's US 1 proper to the left. It becomes a freeway, and then this Roosevelt Road is basically the frontage road. They both meet, but this is a Baltimore US 40 situation here with Philly US 1. And we are concurrent with US 13, and we do have some DC freeway stuff going on here. Outside of the main Philly area, we get Mooresville as our next control city. Don't know about Morrisville. And here's right here in the right lane is where our Texas configuration ends. I wonder where we go next. At 276 for New York and Harrisburg, we get Trenton. Trenton, why? We get a cool US 1 construction reassurance shield. I wonder what that blue tower is down there. We do meet 295 Philly and 95 South. East is going to Princeton. They do Princeton for some reason. And on that we get Langhorne for South and Trenton for North. We see this is old exit 46A because this used to be 95. And Oxford Valley Road leads to some people's special place coming up here. Yep, it's Sesame Place. And on that interchange we get still gets Morrisville. Not that weird T city. But it's back up when we meet US 13 for Tullytown and Bristol. We get Morrisville and Trenton. I think Morrisville might be the last city in Pennsylvania, so that's why they're signing it. We're still getting 1 North Trenton. And we cross over the Delaware River, and we're going into New Jersey, but as a New Jersey thing to do, we won't be getting a welcome sign. And wow, Trenton actually has a cool skyline in the world of lakes. That's a pretty cool city. Trenton should be fine signed on US 1, but never on 95, the New Jersey Turnpike. And wow, it does go right through this Trenton. It's like 74 in Peoria here. We get our Perry Street exit. We see it's 15 miles an hour, not like the one exit that we saw last video at the state line. And we get Princeton in New York as our next control city. Wow, New York City being signed from Trenton is super cool. We meet our northern 295. South is going to nothing. North for Philly. And 1 for New Brunswick now. Cool. And on 295 it is those control cities. South for Trenton and north for New Brunswick. Alright. And see, New Brunswick is our primary at the interchanges, and the commenter told me that there's no towns in New Jersey, so I wonder what you call that, a city borough, like Newark? And here's a weird roundabout here in Princeton that goes downtown, so I wonder what that's about. See, Trenton and New Brunswick. our primary control cities at the interchanges here. And we get this weird Raymond Road exits. These New Jersey interchanges, there's no left-hand turns or U-turns, so you have to go to a right to make those turns. And we meet US 130 for Camden and New Brunswick. So we're in New Brunswick now, so we'd be signed for something else, and it's Newark, which is the correct choice from here. Newark makes sense. This next exit right here, after the bridge, is Rutgers University, but it's not mentioned at all for some reason. Come on, New Jersey. And I wonder if this person on the sign is addicted to Rutgers. And here's a look at downtown New Brunswick. It's a nice borough from that commentary. And then we meet 287 for Morristown, Mawa, and then Raritan Center and Perth Fanboy. Yeah, you probably saw in my 287 video what those would be. And we're getting 501 East Fords. I thought Ford was in Detroit, not in Newark. And we meet the Garden State Parkway. It's just signed to GSP. And I want to show this interchange for a purpose, because when you're going southbound, you literally have to get off to get to northbound US 1. You literally have to cross over. It's super complicated with that turn. And we meet the Woodbridge Center Drive, where it goes to a special Woodbridge Center Mall or something. And we are being concurred with US 9 for a while. For the rest of New Jersey, it's going to Newark. And we are going into Rahway and Linden, and those are nice boroughs. We meet 278 for Goethals Bridge in Staten Island. And you probably thought we talked about Goethals Bridge a lot, it's signed a lot. And right here is the Newark Airport. So this is US 1, and the others have the Newark Airport is the New Jersey Turnpike, so that's cool. And we will be following this road for Port Newark and I-78 and 95 coming up. And we are going on the Pulaski Skyway coming up. It's going to Jersey City and New York City, as remaining 95 itself. We cross over the Pulaski Skyway. I promise I'll show a better picture going southbound, but I don't know when the southbound US 1 video will be. And here's the other bridge going over the Hackensack River. So we go over two rivers on the Pulaski Skyway. And we meet the New Jersey Turnpike, which heads over to the Lincoln Tunnel. And we're now signed for Ridgefield Park. Wonder if that means Ridgefields. And we get these weird white vans in the Ridgefields. I wonder if those are kidnapping vehicles. They go to New York City and kidnap people. And we will turn right here and be concurrent with US 46. And we'll be getting over to 95 soon. Here's 95. We're going to be concurrent with it to go over the George Washington Bridge. And this is the eastern terminus of US 46. It's a pretty short road. And right here, under the GWB, we do see a pretty cool look of Manhattan there. There's no street view on the GWB book, so I'll show you it from under it. It looks super cool. It's like never before seen. But there's no Welcome to New York sign that I can find, so we'll get off at Webster Avenue, 95 North New Haven. US 1 is going to turn right and go off of Webster Street, and it's going to be heading in the northeast alignment. We get the Pelham Parkway. This is US 1, but it's not mentioned. Well, it's not actually going to US 1, it's just a road to it. We meet the HRP. If you want to see that video from the other day, check the link in the description. On it, we get Pelham Manor and New Raquel. New Raquel is where we're heading to. We're in Pelham Manor right now. And then here's 95 in New Raquel. Again, New Raquel and the Pelhams. Wonder if they're ripping off New Jersey with the Ridgefields. And we jump ahead to 287 for White Plains. Wow, they're really obsessed with White Plains, not Albany. And we get the 11'8" bridge, and we should let this white shirt pedestrian cross the road for us. And we cross over a short brook, and we go into Connecticut now, our first welcome sign in the video. I haven't been to New England in a while, so I can't wait to see this. See, when we're meeting I-95 in Connecticut, we do get New York City and New Haven, so no Bridgeport here. So we don't go into Bridgeport right away, we actually go into Stamford, Connecticut, which I think is what should be signed out of Rye, New York. And out there, we do have a 95 junction again, and we get Glenbrook as our next control city. This is in Darien. And we do meet US 7, we're in Norwalk now, and wow, we actually get Bridgeport for 95. Okay. on US 7, Bayou Ave is our next control city. Okay, I didn't know Connecticut likes to assign politics as our cities. But this is now in Fairfield, Penfield Beach, and 130 is going Post Road. I didn't know there was a posted road here. And we get Bridgeport as our next control city. So Bridgeport is fine out of Fairfield, which is fine out of Norwalk. And this is downtown Bridgeport. Well, the city hall is not right on US 1. It's on Highway 8 or something like that. And I like this split when we just have trees in the middle of the road and substantial stuff on each side. And when we cross this bridge over the Humansstock River, we do see the I-95 bridge, which is cool. And we meet the 15. We talked about that one a couple days ago. It goes to New York City and Hartford. Check the link in the description for that. And when we meet I-95, it can be signed for New Haven out of Bridgeport. And South is not signed for anything. I guess that's a typical Connecticut thing. But we just get one north as our control city. This is in Milford, Connecticut. So it's doing the Florida thing now. We pass by the University of New Haven. Know some couple buddies down that goes there. And we cross over to Highway 34. And it used to be a big freeway through New Haven, and now it's all taken apart. We meet I-91 and 95, New York, New London, and Hartford are our choices. Don't like one of those. And when we cross the Quinnipiac River, we do see I-95 bridge, so there's a big difference to those bridges. And now we get in the Texas configuration. US 1 is basically frontage of I-95 for a couple miles down. And then when on the 995 ramp, we get North Brantford as our control city. Okay, I didn't know we were in the Toronto metro area. And on roundabouts even, we just get one north. So another Florida situation going on here. And we cross this nice river, and there's a lot of boating going on here in Connecticut. I didn't know that was a Connecticut thing. And we're going to join I-95 to cross the Connecticut River. We're going to join it for New London, but not go there with it. But on 9, we meet the 9, and we get New Haven, New York for South, New London Providence. That's a good sign there. But unfortunately, it switched to New Haven and New London. Oh, that's bad. New Haven kind of makes sense because you wouldn't go all the way out here to go back to New York, but whatever. One will leave 95, and wow, it actually gets Providence for North 95. Wow. We are parallel to 95. We're like literally touching it because we're about 2 feet away from it for some reason. And wow, US 1 in southern Connecticut is actually pretty nice. It goes through these woods, and there's kind of some mountain scenery here. And here's a look at downtown New London, which is kind of like Bridgeport, so you could sign New London a lot, but not Bridgeport, which is your largest city. And we're going to join I-95 again to cross the Thames River to go to Providence. Right choice to sign it. And we can see, we look at this massive interchange in New London, see there's a ton of ramps going for it. We cross the Thames River, we're going to get off at exit 85 and head to Groton, which is what the next control station should be. See on a highway, short highway stub, we get 95 South New London, and 1 for Groton as all goes to Norwich. Here's a look at, this is not Groton, but this is Mystic, Connecticut, which is a nice little town. And we cross this river, there's another town that we go from Connecticut, which is to the right, and we're going into Rhode Island now. So Rhode Island, this is our first time in Rhode Island. We don't get an actual welcome sign. We just get welcome to Westerly, Rhode Island. And that kind of makes sense. And we'll turn left to join Rhode Island 3. Why is it Massachusetts Shield? Same mistake that you do with Connecticut. Come on. And we will go straight for Something Corners and Newport. So Newport kind of makes sense. Famous island there. And US 1 through Rhode Island is pretty much actually a freeway. So that's pretty cool. It's like US 41 in Indiana. And we don't go for University of Rhode Island, but I could show you it. It's a nice college that we go for. Go Rams. And we meet the 138, which will take us over to those fancy, pretty islands, Jamestown and Newport. We meet the 4, which is not signed for Providence because there's no major control cities. But it does take you over to 95, which will get you there. We'll follow to the right. And this Oak Hill Tavern, I recommend stopping here. It's a pretty nice restaurant if you're looking for a restaurant in the Providence area. Here we meet the 403, but it kind of similar to the Ontario 403, but not the Shield. And here's the 401. Wow, but Rhode Island's 401 is not one in Toronto with the New Jersey Turnpike thing. Here you cross over this roundabout in Warwick, and it's a pretty complicated roundabout. I'll show you it here. So in total here, there's like 6 or 7 roundabouts, making a weird triangle going on here with roundabouts. You can see that TF Green Airport will now be our control city. It's the Providence or Rhode Island airport. You see, outside the airport, we do get Cellos, which is better than that Oak Hill place down in Kingston. Here, this is up in Warwick. And here's the turn to get onto the airport from US 1, but everyone else would probably be getting on from 95-ish. And 37 is also a short freeway, so it's kind of like the 4. It does go over to 95 as well. On it, we just get Post Road. Does this road also get posted like the one in Bridgeport? Yeah, we meet the 1A, which actually was a US 1A, but now it's Rhode Island 1A. And also, why is it Massachusetts again? Yeah, we see this is the 10. And I want to show this because you can literally get on the 10 from the same road in 20 different directions. And on the 95 exit, we get Elmwood Avenue as our next control city. This is in Cranston, the town before Providence. And in Providence, we cross over at 95 and US 6. We'll be getting to westbound US 6 in a couple months. And here's the Providence Place Mall. Number 1 spot I'd stop at if you're in Providence, downtown Providence, in the Dunkin' Donuts Center. And we meet unmarked US 44. Rhode Island hates signing their major junctions, I guess. Here we do see this cool Burger King. It's pretty tall, so everyone can see it from the freeway because their Whopper's gone. We're concurrent with 95 for a little bit, and we're going to get off it for Broadway at exit 42A. And we now go into Attleboro, Massachusetts. Is this the best we're going to get for a Welcome to Massachusetts sign? We do meet 95 for Foxborough in Boston, so I'm mentioning the Patriots Stadium going on here. That is a pretty bad Welcome to Massachusetts sign. That's worse than Connecticut and potentially Maine. And we do meet 295 right here. It goes to Attleboro, Boston because of 95 and Southborough, Warwick. So no Woonsocket. On 295, North Attleboro is our control city. From here, I'd go to Foxborough, a major place called the Patriots Stadium. Here's 495, Cape Cod, and horrible Marlboro. No, Worcester. And we get Rentham. Come on, Foxborough. Why aren't you signing your major city in southern Mass? Why? Here's Foxborough. This is Patriot Place, so there's a mall outside of the Patriots game. You could go shopping before the Patriots game. And here's Gillette Stadium, where the Patriots will always suck. Well, they might be better next year with May, but whatever. Leaving the Patriots Stadium, we just get 1 north, 1 south, so the Patriots can do a Florida thing here. And we do have a weird 95 junction for Boston. We're going to follow it to 27 for Walpole and Foxborough. I do stop by this McDonald's a lot. If you're coming from like Foxborough, anywhere for Rhode Island, this McDonald's is the number 1 spot. We'll be concurrent to perform a wrong way concurrency of I-95 for Canton and Providence. Well, we just came from Providence, so we'll head to Canton. And we'll follow 93 north for Boston. Here's 95 south. We'll head to Providence. Route 3, Cape Cod. Don't recommend watching that video. Don't click that link in the description. We'll follow it for Boston. And outside Boston, we get 93 for Concord. Talked about that in the Gimmick video. And we're getting 1 for Token Bridge Revere. And we do have a pretty stunning look of downtown Boston and the Boston Bridge as we go under it. And Boston does it right with their double-decker bridge. Have the lower deck leaving the city and the upper deck heading into the city. And we're getting Webster Ave for Chelsea and Everett. I heard that there's the Revolution will play at either Chelsea or Everett next season. That's pretty cool. On that interchange, we get Saugus and Danvers as our next control say. Those are fine. We meet Mass 60 for Malden and Revere. This would be the slowest route to Logan Airport. If you want to take the longest way, then take US 1 to here. And this is what it's like on 1. It's Saugus. There's a ton of restaurants and a ton of freeway-ish going on here. On another 95 junction, we get South Boston, spoilers. 1 North Danvers. So Danvers now. We do mean North 95 for Portsmouth. And we get 1 North for Danvers. So we're kind of in Danvers already. And we're getting another Foxborough situation here where we meet 95. And we're getting Topsfield next. Alright, well done choice. Here's the Topsfield Fair, which is probably the reason why Topsfield is signed. I haven't been there. It looks like a pretty nice place. I recommend going there. And we do cross this river. And it looks like we're in like Nebraska here. And we're in Newbury, Mass. And there's a big complicated freeway here. It's like Baltimore's 170, but not. Then we get 1 for Salisbury and NH Maine, which used to be on 95, but not anymore. And we cross the Merrimack River. It looks super wide than it is in Manchester. Here we're getting Hampton and Portsmouth as our next control city. Hampton should be fine, because if you were to go Portsmouth, you go straight at that traffic light and get on 95. Welcome to New Hampshire. Live free or die. As always, best welcome sign of all time. And we're in Seabrook, New Hampshire, the first town we go into. And I like that there's a ton of stores and the city hall is basically right there. And we see here, this is our opening slide. And it looks like we're going through some swamps here. So is this normal New Hampshire in the beaches area? We're meeting the 101 for Exeter and Manchester. And North 1 will now be signed for Hampton and Hampton Beach. On the 101, we get Hampton, which is where we are right now, and Seabrook is where it just came from, down in the south. And we pass by water country north of Hampton. I do recommend stopping by here if you want to go in the water that's not the beach. And we meet US 4, and yes, I'll get to US 4. It goes to Dover and Maine points, and we'll go turn right for Portsmouth. And here we come into Portsmouth, downtown Portsmouth. It's the only naval city in New Hampshire, I believe. And here's another look. I'll show some more Portsmouth stuff going southbound, because why not? And we cross the Piscataqua River, and leaving New Hampshire, we'll now be going into Maine. So you look into the left, we see the other 2 bridges. The green one's the Bridge 95 runs on. And we cross into Maine and we just get this Warren's lobster boat. Is this the best we're going to get for a welcome to Maine sign? And we do get a cool US 1 reassurance shield as we go into Maine. But I want a welcome sign, come on. And it turns out that we don't get a welcome sign for Maine. We just get this Kittery attractions. Wow. So I ended up going on business US 1 and showing Maine. Welcome home, the way life should be. That's a horrible welcome sign, but we're on the final stage of US 1, but we still got a ton of time in Maine, so this is going to be sketchy. Right away into Maine, we meet 95 for Portland and Augusta. We'll now keep right for Kittery Mall Road. Here is the Kittery Mall itself, so I assume that this was what they were thinking about when they named this road. But US 1 through Maine is pretty nice most of its time. It's known as the Coastal Route 1. Here we are. This is in Gunquit, Maine, and it looks like there's a lot of traffic. This is the most famous beach town in Maine, southern Maine. And we get Gunquit, where we just came from, and we're now going to Kennebuck, which is 5 miles away. This is in Wells. And in Kennebuck, we get Arundel and Biddeford, University of New England, so why not sign Biddeford? And in Biddeford, here's the UNE Stadium, I think. We don't pass by the actual campus on US 1. And we go into Saco, Maine. I don't see any control cities in the center of Saco. It's major Saco junction. But we meet 195 from Maine Turnpike. See, on 195 we do get Saco Portland Road. We go right by Funtown Splashdown, main place for Saco. I do recommend stopping there. It's a pretty fun spot. Then we get Saco for south, and Portland is our next control city. We're in Scarborough right now. And we're coming to the Portland area. We mean 95 going to Portland because 295 is the faster way to get there. But we'll join it to go to Portland and Falmouth, as 1A is going to also Portland and Waterfront. We're now crossing the Fore River, and we do have a pretty cool look of downtown Portland here, the biggest city in Maine. And we're now on 295 and 1 for through traffic. Is this the 605? We have the most famous city in America through traffic here. And we do get this weird sign. So we're now signed for a right arrow. That's a famous place right there. And we cross another river. Tons of rivers in Portland. But we're going to be leaving Portland itself here. We do meet 495, which goes to 95, Lewiston, and Kittery. Kittery makes sense because he would go all the way up here to go back to Boston. And you see here we are parallel to 295. We are super close to it right now for a couple miles. And in fact, we are so close to 295 that we can't have an intersection with this road. We have to have a bridge for it and an exit ramp for it. We do have an intersection with 295 for Yarmouth and Freeport. That is abysmal control cities right there. And on it, and actually later, we get those exact control cities. So if you were to go to Freeport, you want to stay on US 1 then, right? And we go into Brunswick, Maine. We're about to become a freeway for about like 20-30 miles. See, we meet Business 24 for Harpswell, and we're now signed for that, which I'm not going to attempt to say, Bath, Rockland. See, in that city, we get Cook's Corner in Bath as our control city, so Rockland is now gone. And Bath is our primary control city at the interchanges at 2 miles away. Why Bath? Taking Bath there? And we cross this river. I think it's like the Patapsco River or something like that. And we pass by Monkey See, Monkey Do. So I guess if you like monkeys in Maine, then you, I guess, stop here. And another gorgeous river. The more north we go, the better it gets. Trust me, out there. Here's Maine 27 going to Booth Bay Harbor region. And looks like that's a retirement home right there by the looks. And we see we're now signed for Noblesboro. What even is that, Noblesboro? I don't even know that. See, I guess this is Noblesboro because of this Major League Baseball Stadium. Okay. And we're now signed for Thomastown. Are they talking about, Thomas the Tank Engine here? Come on. And we come into Rockland. This is Rockland, Maine, which I think should be signed out of Bath or Brunswick even. And we go into Camden, Maine. So it's like Philly. It's kind of a suburb of Rockland-ish. Believe it, we are now in Lincolnsboro. And we do have an amazing look of the mountains and the ocean here. See, here, even better. Well, I think the last slide was better than this one with the views of the water. We're going into Belfast, which I think is the next control city it should be. And it's a cool city here. We're getting Bucksport, Ellsworth, and Bar Harbor. Well done here, man. Usually they don't do good, but they're doing well for some reason. And we crossed the Belfast River. Don't know the actual name, so I'm just going to guess on the river here. But for some reason, Bucksport is our primary control city, as 1A goes to Bangor at 24. And we are coming near Bucksport, and we do get this cool bridge here. Don't know what type of bridge that is. Taking a closer look at it with the trees here, it's awesome. It's kind of like Isle Royale in Michigan. And Ellsworth will now be our primary control city at 20 miles away. Maybe Bar Harbor, but whatever. And Ellsworth decided to jump ahead. We get 3 for the one and only Acadia. Wonder where else 3 goes. Trenton. Another Trenton in this video. I thought we had to talk about the whole New Jersey one, but we have to talk about Trenton, Maine. And we're leaving Ellsworth. We don't go for Trenton, thank God. And we do have some nice fall foliage here. And we do cross another river as we will become real coastal Route 1 here. And we are now going for Calais at 90 miles away, which is the sensible choice. Again, Maine, wow. And we do cross another bridge with beautiful fall foliage here. And we're still getting 1 north. And we're meeting these 3 cities I've never even heard of: Addison, Jonesport, and Beals. And here's another river. Once again, pretty beautiful, as it usually is in northern Maine. And we pass by the 45th parallel here, so again, halfway between the equator and the North Pole. And, again, I have to show a lot of these because first time in Maine, probably our only time in Maine, it's just pretty gorgeous. And right here, we'll start to see signs of Canada for the rest of our route. So we're going to be right next to Canada for the rest of our route. We're in Calais, which goes to New Brunswick. We're going for Holton, also 90 miles away. And we meet the New Brunswick Highway 1, which goes to St. John. So 1 and 1 meeting here. Wow. Going for Holton and Bangor. What, Maine? You're like 400 miles away. Why are you giving us a welcome to Maine sign now? Oh, Maine, you're bad at this. We split with Highway 9 for Bangor, and we're now going to be on Holton for 83 miles away. Alright. And on the miles side, we get Woodland at 4 and Holton at 83. Same cities as what we saw before, and well done. And like this, it is a bit better with scenery, but hold my beer, it's still gonna get better. Not Colorado, but it's better. We meet Maine Highway 6, which actually it's both terminuses are at the Canadian border. I think the only state highway to do that. We're still for Danforth and Holton. And we do go through some nice mountains. Told you it was gonna get better from here on out. And we come into Holton, we could turn right for Woodstock, New Brunswick, and turn left for Island Falls and Mars Hill. We meet US 2 as well, and we're going to turn left with it, and also go to I-95 and Bangor Savings Bank. Why isn't that in Bangor? And we turn right, and funny enough, Bangor is on both sides, but I guess it's faster to take US 2A. And we turn left, go straight for Mars Hill, which is a ridiculous choice. We should have Presque Isle on there like they said before. And we're going to be meeting I-95 coming up, and we're going straight for northern Aroostook County, which I guess would probably be the best pick because there's nothing up there. And here's our 95 junction, and yeah, there's really nothing to sign northbound, so I guess I respect signing nothing northbound. But southbound we get Bangor. It would be insanely cool if Boston was signed from the beginning, even New York City. On 95, Presque Isle is our control city, so no sign of Mars Hill. But weirdly, on the mileage side, we get Mars Hill 26, Presque Isle 45, but Loring 61. Well, what's Loring? What is that? But we do go for some nice farmlands north of Holton. North of Holton is just basically nothing. And right here, you can literally see from like 20 miles away, you can literally see what's going on next. And we meet US 1A. I might do the 1As when we go southbound. Here we get Presque Isle Caribou for our direction. And here's the University of Maine Presque Isle. Who would go up here in this rough winter weather? And here's a look of downtown Presque Isle. We can turn right for Easton, but we're going straight for Caribou. No mention of Loring for some reason. And here's another look of downtown Presque Isle. Don't worry, this is not Loring. What even is Loring? And we do cross the Aroostook River since we're in Aroostook County, so why not cross the Aroostook River? On the mile side, we get Caribou and Van Buren. What happened to Loring? Is Loring the Ritzville of Maine or something? And we can turn left to go into downtown Caribou. We're going straight for Limestone and Van Buren. What's a Van Buren? Van Halen or something? And here's a look of downtown Caribou. It's basically the big city north of anything, basically. And we're going to turn left for Limestone at 10 miles away. Van Buren is faster to take 16121. And Route 89 is actually going to become a freeway, so one is going to turn left and eventually meet it. But I was wrong, it was 161 that was the freeway. but unfortunately there's no control cities for it. But we do get one North Van Buren. I don't know about Van Buren. What happened to Loring as well? Did we get to Loring? And this isn't Acadia, Maine. Come on, Acadia was in Bar Harbor. Why are you putting Acadia up here and then down here? And again, you can literally see from like 30, 40, 50 miles away. So you can literally prepare for what's happening next. Yep. Maine, why are you being so political with your, signs here? But we turn left for Madawaska is our next at 25. We can go straight for St. Clair, New Brunswick. And New Brunswick fans, I'm showing the slide in your province. For exit 58, it does go to US 1 here. And for the rest of our route, we're going to be parallel to the St. John River and New Brunswick. You could kind of see it better here, but the more north you go, the better that you could be able to see the river and the province. And here we go into Madawaska. It's weirdly one of the four corners of the U.S., so that's pretty impressive. And we are also across the river from Edmundston, New Brunswick, and we're going straight for Fort Kent. The first sign of our final place at our end. And here's the look of downtown Edmundston, New Brunswick. I think like the fourth biggest city in the province. But in Edmundston, we just get 2 US 1. So no Madawaska or anything on here. And we are technically going south now because of the angle of the river and the border. So we have to go south in order to get to Fort Kent. And here's where we make our turn again. It looks pretty lovely around here. Should have had this at the opening picture. And here we are. We are basically in farmlands here. Couldn't find a welcome to Fort Kent sign, but we're already in Fort Kent. And Ford. Wow, there's an actual dealership up here in far northern Maine. And wow, what are those trees in the middle? And we need 161 for Caribou, 43. And we're now signed for Allagash at 31. I thought US 1 ended in Fort Kent. And we also meet Maine 11, which is the second longest road in Maine at like 450 miles. And here's the main landmark, America's First Mile. Well, where we're going is America's Last Mile here in Fort Kent, Northern End. And 161 is going to Allagash. And we're going to, US 1 is actually going to turn right for Clare, New Brunswick. So US 1 now goes on this bridge to cross over to St. John River and go to New Brunswick. But unfortunately, there's no US 1 sign on that. And finally, we made it to our northern end of US 1. We get our welcome to New Brunswick sign. We get our choices of Edmundston and whatever that is for Control City. And Jason James here to say, we did it! Alright, let's end it off with the way it should be for US 1, the northern third. So there's a lot of them, so I went with Langhorne, Trenton, had to. Princeton, New Brunswick, Elizabeth, Newark, Jersey City, Fort Lee, Bronx, Bell Manor, Newark Hill, Bride, Portchester, Greenwich, Stanford, Darien, Norwalk, Fairfield, Bridgeport, Milford, New Haven, Brantford, Clinton, Westbrook, Old Lyme, Wyford, New London, Groton, Mystic, Westerly, Newport, Warwick, Cranston, Providence, Pawtucket, Ash, Attleboro, Foxborough, Norwood, Boston, Revere, Saugus, Danvers, Hoppersfield, Newburyport, Salisbury, Hampton, Portsmouth, Kittery, York, Oconomowoc, Kennebuck, Bedford, Saco, Portland, Falmouth, Yarmouth, Freeport, Brunswick, Bath, Rockland, Belfast, Ellsworth, Acadia, Bar Harbor, Acadia, Calais, Holton, Prescott, Caribou, Edmundston, Fort Kent, and Clare. No one knows Allagash up there. Ooh! Alright, now let's do Dreamwise control cities for the northern third of US 1. So north it should be New York City, then Bridgeport, New Haven, Providence, Boston, Portsmouth, Portland, Bangor, and Acadia, Calais, Holton, and northern Aroostook County like it is on 95. And dreamier control cities. I'm gonna do this just for fun only today, and Portsmouth. Yes, it should always be Portsmouth. This US 24 is going to be signed for Lawrence, Kansas, and why I have to sign Portsmouth, New Hampshire for all of US 1. Alright, we got 3 Toronto roads coming on Monday, and it's the last video of 2024.